Rodriguez here, walking crow for the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. Thank you for returning and coming back for another Taco Tuesday edition of the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show with your host, moi, Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow. Aho, everybody. I'd like to welcome back everybody from back east who wasn't available to listen last week. You were inundated with snow. You were inundated with cold. You're probably going to be inundated with ice now because now it's melting and freezing over and melting and freezing over and melting and freezing over. And, welcome to the fun zone. Everybody in California here for the last 2 days has been experiencing weather, rain, well needed. But with the rain here in California because of the burn areas, and please everybody send prayers, and we will do likewise for the East Coast. Mudslides have already killed 5 people. They've already shut down roads, closed highways. So there's a lot that's going on in California that we need help with, we need prayer with. So please hold space for us, and I will hold space for the East Coast and everybody else. But before I do that, I'm going to light a little sage because this is... we don't do medicine without doing medicine. Creator, Great Spirit, all my relations, and Great Mother Earth and Power of the Four Directions, I ask that you make me a clear channel, that you would clear any negative energies, that I would be a clear and pure channel of your kindness and your word and your medicine, and that all the computers and all the phones and all the lines and all the internet signals that go outward from here, this point out, would be clear and in a good way and well maintenance and with no little critters walking around inside and causing problems. So, welcome back. Clear. Aho mitakiase. Oishino. If you haven't heard me say that, that means, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you? And it also means, I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Aho no shino kahonata. Oishino. Aho. I'm really excited about today's show. We have there has been a surge in the transformational sacred drum medicine over the last week or so, maybe longer. I was sick through Christmas and the holidays, really severely sick, and the emotion comes up. And what I learned about that is I was clearing a lot of the energies from the past year into the winter time to be able to let go in the time of fall so I could go into the time of winter and rest and be still and be quiet and be with the medicines that I need to be when it comes to being with you folks and offering what it is that I have to offer. Because you can't give away what you haven't got. I can't be a vessel that's full and expect to receive if my vessel is already full. So I have to let go and empty and empty and empty and empty and purge and purge and purge and purge. Ahomi takyasi. I want to remind you, 713-955-0332 is a call-in number. Please call in and, ask a question, get a healing. Let me know what you think about the show. Let me know what you think about me. If you agree or disagree, and I agree to disagree so you won't hurt my last feeling, because I only have one last feeling. That's what I tell everybody. That's what I used to tell my ex-wife when we were married. You already hurt, you hurt my last feeling. But God bless her. So I'm going to make a few quick announcements. And today I put it on paper so I can actually look for it and not have to try to remember. So first announcement is these are my events. Next Tuesday at 1 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to be you'll be back for Taco Tuesday with Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show with Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow. Aho. And I may have a guest. I'm not sure. I haven't decided that yet, but I'm looking at having a guest or a couple of guests. Also, second is Sound Vibration Magic, Drum Journey with Walking Crow. This is an event on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Time, and that would be 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I go into the room and I go inside and I journey for 25 minutes and I take you on a journey, whether it's on your computer, whether you're listening on your phone, or whether you're listening on your tablet, on whatever device you listen to. You can listen in on headphones, earbuds, or you can just listen to the channel through the speaker of the device you're listening to. If you have it hooked up to your stereo at home, which would probably be really, really intense, you can do that too. I'm going to be doing that for free for the month of January, so you're welcome to log in. Last week, the first day we had, I think I had 78 people who logged in and listened to that first broadcast of that shamanic drumming of 20 to 25 minutes. That for me, that's a big deal. My goal is to have 100 people logging in from February forward, worldwide. I want people worldwide to be able to tune in and channel and journey with us. And I might be doing it twice that day, maybe in the morning and in the evening for those around the world. So my goal is 100 people short term to be able to log in every Thursday and do shamanic journeying with me. And then in February, we'll be charging $10, and that's not a lot of money to do something like that, because when you're here and you do it with me here, it's going to cost you $20-$30. Okay? Or if you do it a private session, it's $140 an hour for actually nix that. It's $80 for a half-hour session. So, because you don't want to do an hour of drumming, that'll kill you, or at least it'll mess you up. I don't know, and maybe not. What do I know? Okay, so then number 3 is I am involved. Well, I'm not involved with her. I am working with an amazing energy therapist. Her name is Jennifer Escalera. She does sound baths. She does healings. She does coaching. She works with women. She's the divine feminine version of me. She's the left side version of me. And we are going to be doing an event called How to Understand Your Divine Self-Love. And this is about understanding your divine feminine and your divine masculine. So, look into what it is that you would like to get. And this is going to be on February 22nd, just after Valentine's Day. We purposely did that. And if you want to learn more about your divine self, come to this workshop. This workshop is going to be amazing. It's going to be $40. It's a 2-hour workshop at Lid & Mo's in Pasadena. It's a photography studio. It's beautiful hardwood floors, brick walls. So the sound in there when I drum is going to be amazing. It's already amazing because I've already drummed in there. So you can check all these out on Eventbrite. All my events are on eventbrite.com, or you can check out facebookevents.com for Anthony Rodriguez Walking Crow or Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. And last but not least, number 4, Walking Crow and Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. I am doing a workshop on making shamanic drums. This is a 12-inch elk drum, and this is a 14-inch elk drum, and I've made these myself, and I will be teaching people to make those and make the mallets. This is from ash tree, the tree of life here in California, and this is from I brought this wood from Sedona, and this is Manzanita wood. And I've treated it with coconut oil, and I made this mallet so you can buy the mallets along with the drums, or you might even get a mallet with a drum. But on the 24th of March, I'm going to be holding a drum making workshop, and I'm going to teach you how to ceremonially make those drums, how to ceremonially set intention for the frame, how to ceremonially set intention for the skin, for the hide. We're only going to use one kind of hide. You're not going to be able to have a choice in the kind of hide, because that would be really kind of a mayhem in a drum making workshop. So we're going to work with one skin that's going to be elk, because it's the easiest to work with, and you won't complain about it after you make your drum, because if you use like a thinner hide like deer, it's more it gives you problems. It gets soft, and it gets what I like to call wobbly, and you won't like the sound, and you'll have to work harder to get it to work for you. Okay? And that's going to be $160. It's going to be, the first day is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday on the 24th, and then we're going to come together. We're going to do ceremony. We're going to set the intentions for the frame. We're going to set the intentions for the skins. Put the skins to soak. And people can take their frames with them to set the intentions, to allow the energies to fill that frame, or they can leave it, and we'll come back the next day, Sunday, at 10 a.m., and we'll do ceremony, and we'll finish with the intentions for the frame and the intentions of the skin. We will offer tobacco, offer sage, we will offer prayer, we will offer thanksgiving, and we will make the drums, and you will be amazed. If you buy a 12-inch drum or a 10-inch drum, it's going to cost you anywhere from $200 $250 to $300. This is $160, and you got to sign up because the spaces are going quick, and you'll be able to walk away with your own shamanic drum and your own medicine with your own energies in it, not completely mine. Because if I make you a drum, if I make you a 12-inch drum, it's going to cost you $300. Simple. 300 bucks. All right, so those are the events. I also want to bring to your attention smudge sticks. I did a harvest the other day. So if you need smudging for the new year, you need to clear the energies, feel free to contact me, and you can buy a smudge stick for $15 each, and shipping in the United States is between $3 and $4, and in Canada it's between $10 and $12. So you can reach me at Anthony@sacreddrummedicine.com, or you can call me at area code 818-442-1717. Place your order in, and that's that. Once again, let's get back to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show with myself, Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow, and we're here to talk about how it is you heal. Do you heal? Can you heal? Will you let yourself heal? Do you take time to develop practices, or do you have a teacher who can teach you practices of how to heal? Do you? Can you? Will you? That's what I want to know. How can you come into a good medicine? Do you come into a good medicine? Do you allow yourself to be treated in a good way by others, or do you allow yourself to be abused by others? You can call in for a chakra balancing. You can call in for a reading. I can read you from here. I don't have to see you to read you. I'm just going to ask you some questions. If you want to have something to say, if you take issue with something I say or I believe, you're welcome to call in and call me on that, because I'd agree to disagree, and I'm okay with questions. You won't hurt my feelings. I guarantee it. You won't hurt my feelings. I hope. So what is it that you do for practices with regard to healing yourself, with regard to self-care? Do you drink water in the morning? Do you put your feet flat on the floor and allow yourself to connect with Mother Earth? Take a breath and fill your body with air, oxygen. I always say, don't just take a breath in, because most people take a breath to about here. Take a breath through your lungs, not into your lungs. Take a breath through your lungs. Heart, lungs, air, I'm loved. Air, love, heart, aho. Allow it to travel through your lungs and into your third chakra, your fire, your fuego. I can, I will, I do, I am. And allow that fire to be stoked by the oxygen that you're taking into your body. Aho. And keep taking energy into that body, and allow that energy and that fire to grow so big that it starts to boil the water in your second chakra. Water, emotion, water, manifestation, creation. Aho. Water, the divine feminine. Water, darkness. Darkness, direction of the west, direction of grandmother moon. Aho, it's where we're birthed. It's where divine feminine comes together with divine masculine, and divine masculine plants seed with divine feminine to create. Aho, to create. Create what? You, me, each other. Aho, create. Manifestation is also direction of the sun. Male energy. Aho, the born and the unborn. Springtime. Aho, aho. So that water boils over in your second chakra, and it starts to get really hot and boil over, and it boils over into your root chakra. And your root chakra starts to be nourished by those warm waters, those hot waters from your second chakra, because you're taking breath and feeding yourself energy and goodness. Aho. And your roots start to grow, and your foundation starts to get even sturdier and better than it ever was. Aho. And you keep taking the breaths in through your heart space and into your fire, in your fuego. I can, I will, I do, I am. And your fire starts to grow, and that water starts to get hot, and that steam starts to rise. STEAM, or ESTEEM. As steam starts to rise, it warms your heart. It flows upward into your fifth chakra and clears the mucus and all the gunk that's up in this area, and allows you to come out of your third chakra, your I know, I think, the spinning of the darkness of the story, aho, into your voice and vibration. You start to speak the things that you've been carrying around for a lifetime, aho. Let go of the things you've been carrying around for a lifetime. Come out of the darkness and into the light. Come out of the gu and into the ru. Guru. Guru. Come back out of the darkness and spinning the story into the light of your soul, into the light of your being, into the light of the soul and the being of who and what you have always been, aho, and who and what you are right now, aho, despite what you think. Stop the stinking thinking. Come into the body, come into the soul, come into the breath, come into your fire, come into your fuego, come into your root. I am here. Root chakra is I am here. Aho. Second chakra is connection to yourself, connection to others, connection to the world. Aho. Emotion. It's where we feel. Aho. 713-955-0332 is a calling number. Give us a call. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you need. Let us know what you want. Aho. Do you need sage? Do you need prayer? Do you need a healing? I can heal you from here around the world 6 times, 7 times. Where is it that you are? You are never far enough away from me to receive a healing. Aho, my tavyasi. Aho. I live in Los Angeles, but I can do my work anywhere because I am everywhere. Aho. And I stand in the power and who and what I am. Aho. And if you knew this little boy 40 years ago, 50 years ago, you would say, where did he come from? Aho. Where did he come from? Because this is not the little boy that I knew. People were like blaming me for stuff and blaming me for raising myself. I was a malcontent kid. Well, I didn't raise me. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right? Don't put the responsibility on the one that needed raising when the ones that were doing the raising were doing something else. You know, alcoholism and enabling. Aho. So I call those things out. I'm not afraid to call those things out. They're what they are. They're what they are. So back to the gu, to the ru. Aho. That's part of the medicine that I did for myself. I take the breaths. I went to classes. I went to masters. I went to teachers. I journeyed. I do sweat lodge every month, every 30 days, except for the last 60. And I really think that the last 60 days of not doing sweat lodge for the last 2 months because of the fires in Los Angeles was a result of my lungs being weakened, because whenever I do sweat lodge, I go back to the womb, mother's womb, aho. And because my excuse me, asthma is a womb trauma, when I go back to the womb, I am healed. I am healed. I recover. I seem to have come into the capacity of a deeper breathing and deeper understanding of my lung capacity, of my love capacity, of your love capacity. Aho. What is it that I can do for you? What is it that I can do for me? You know, today I've been home all day preparing for this show. Every Tuesday I prepare for this show. You know, I don't do anything else. People call me and say, hey, can you come work? Nope, I got to do this. Yep, I want to prepare. I wake up. I listen to some things that I listen to every morning. I read what the spirit animal is for the day. And speaking of spirit animals, let's talk a little bit about that. I pull cards for myself. I give myself stuff. I don't depend on the spirit cards, on the animal cards, the medicine cards. And today I pulled from my different deck. I didn't pull from my normal deck, so you guys will see some different things. So today, first card I pulled was Dolphin. Of course I pulled Dolphin. Of course I pulled Dolphin, because the spirit and the spirit animal that I read first thing this morning was humpback whale. Aho, humpback whale. And I want to tell you that dolphin is about being playful. It's about air, lungs, breathing. I've already talked about that. Dolphin is about breathing. Dolphin is about playfulness. Aho. Dolphin is about being in your dream state, in your dream world. Aho. And understanding that you're on the move to where you're going, where I am going. But I have to breathe and breathe air into my lungs and my body and give myself love. It's about giving myself love. Self-care is the dolphin card. Aho. And the second card goes with the dolphin card for faux show. Faux show. And that's jaguar. Jaguar medicine. Jaguar medicine, if Jaguar medicine does not come into my dreams, it's because I am not balanced. I am not centered. I am not doing the things for myself that I should be doing. But when Jaguar creeps into my dreams, I'm thinking of Stevie Wonder about creeping into my dreams, comes into my dreams, it's because I am doing the right things. I am not holding grudges against anybody. I am not doing any bad medicine towards anybody or to anybody. Aho, Jaguar, the power of that medicine is mine. I carry Jaguar medicine, and I pull this card today. And the next card will be interesting. Raven. Everybody knows that I am Crow, but Crow is and Raven are pretty much the same medicine. Aho. Pretty much the same medicine. Darkness to light, light to darkness. Aho. And the same thing. Crow is upside down. What have I been doing to somebody else? I have not been in my medicine if I'm hurting somebody else. And I go out of my way not to hurt others. Even in my thinking, even in my speaking, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Raven medicine, shape-shifting, alchemy, darkness to light, keeper of the sacred law, magic. I carry much magic in my life and in my medicine. Aho. Anybody who knows me, anybody who hears me, anybody who, my producer, Tiffany White Sage Woman, knows, she understands, and she honors that about me. And the last card, which is amazing because I carry grizzly bear medicine as well, is, of course, bear. And bear medicine. Bear medicine, this time of year is bear medicine. Bear medicine is about wisdom. Bear medicine is of rest. It's about being quiet, being still, being quiet, and being in the wisdom with the ancestors. All my relations, aho mitakiyase, all my relations. And bear medicine gives itself what it needs to take care of itself because springtime is coming. And it's in preparation for the springtime that bear takes care of itself, aho, and gives itself its own medicine. These are powerful medicines that I have pulled. All week long, I've been pulling powerful medicines because my life has transformed from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. Do you want to transform? Do you want to transition? Do you want to transcend? Do you want to transmute? What is it you want to do? What is it you're willing to give yourself? What is it you're willing to say and back it up? And not just be in the talk of the flapping of your lips. Because there's a lot of people that walk around here, and I'm sorry, but a lot of them proclaim themselves to be healers, and they're talking and talking. They don't even do push-ups or exercise to exercise their muscle. The muscle of being a healer. The muscle of being a seer. I am a seer. I am a healer. I am a shamanic drummer, aho. I am a medicine man. How can I help you? What can I do for you? Do you know what you have done for me just by merely behaving the way that you behave? And I see it. And I understand that there is no balance, that you are off center, you are off kilter, that I am off kilter. If I jump in there with you, I am off kilter. Aho. If I start talking smack or start getting weird or silly. Aho. There's no place for that in my medicine. And if I am in arrogance of my medicine, I need to stop doing what I'm doing. I speak very strongly and passionately about what it is that I do and who it is that I am because I'm the only one who believed in me. Aho. Until others started to believe. And people like Tiffany White Sage Woman gave me the opportunity of having a show on her channel with Goldilocks Productions and Blog Talk Radio that gave me a step up to even believe in myself even more. How many of you need to be patted on the back before you do anything? There was nobody patting me on the back. I stepped into it. I said yes. And when those teachers came and patted me on the back and loved me, I thanked them. They gave me my name. They gave me what it was that I needed, that bone that I needed to gnaw on and chew on so I could move forward into the rest of my life. And some of those teachers are not with me anymore. Aho, they're not with me. They're no longer my teachers. And what I learned from a beautiful yogini, of all things, I learned that I have become the master. I have become the teacher. I was always a teacher, but I didn't see myself as such. I didn't feel myself as such. I don't think myself as such because I don't have to think myself as such. I have to feel myself as such and be in the feelings and the strength of who and what it is that I am in my heart, in my third chakra, in my second chakra, in my root chakra, and know what I know in my third eye. Aho. And be connected to the heavens, to the universe, and the energies of the galaxies, of all things, expanses, and knowing and trusting, and being in my voice and speak the medicines that I need to speak. Do you speak your medicines? Aho. I ask that question all the time. Really? There was a young lady that came into the store yesterday. I worked yesterday. I work, for those who don't know, who follow me or listen to me for the first time, welcome first timers, who don't know what it is I do. Well, you're learning about that. But part-time, I work in a place called, I work in a store. It's a farmer's market type of store. And the name starts with an S and ends with an S, but I can't say that name on the air because they don't pay me. They don't pay me to do commercials for them, and I won't. I was standing in an aisle, and a young lady walked up, and she said, "Do you have anything that suppresses appetite?" And she was, she's a beautiful girl, obese. And I said, "You mind if I ask you a question? Why are you looking for something to suppress your appetite?" She says, "Because," and I can't believe how honest she was with me because she doesn't know me and I'm a male. I'm a man. She said to me, "I need something to suppress my appetite because I stuff with food." I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Hi, my name's Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow." And I used to do that. I used to stuff my feelings with food. I remember as a little child kicking against the stone wall I built around myself. Stone wall I built around myself. I won't give in. I won't feel guilty. I'll just rise up and I'll be myself. I hope. I'm just trying to get through. I'm just trying to get through. I'm just trying to get through. Oishino, oishino, oishino. Are you ready? So we had a conversation, and I started talking to her, and I asked her if I could read her, and I read her there right in the aisle. I do that all the time. Just like if I'm here, I'm going to read you if you're around the globe someplace or across the street or, across the city. And we had a talk, and, she said that in relationships, guys don't seem to like her and blah, 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 blah. I could see the low or no self-esteem. I talked to her about that. But I walked through the energy, just like I did with taking the breath, and I went through all the chakra systems, the energy centers with you. I went through that with her, and she understood. And every time I said something to her that caused her shame, I saw her do this. The energy got held right here. I said, "You live in your head and you spin about the story, don't you, in your head?" I said, "I'm here to teach you how to go from gu to ru. Come out of the darkness and the spinning the story in your head and into the lightness of your being, into the lightness of your soul. Vibrate that out. Let that go. Write it down with the fifth chakra. Hands are fifth chakra. Arms, shoulders, voice box, larynx, neck, mouth, jaw. It's all fifth chakra. Let it go. Write it down. Go and tell. Aho." I said, "Here's my card. Check me out on social media. Check me out. Check out my webpage. Check out people who review me and see what they have to say." Aho. It's because I told her some things and I read into her and she understood. I don't know if she bought anything. I don't know, but I told her you need to be going to getting dark leafy greens and ginger and coconut water and yams and root. She needs to be in her root. She needs to be in who she is. So she needs to eat ground vegetables, root vegetables. Beets and carrots and potatoes and yams and sweet potatoes and those sorts of things as a starter. Aho, as a starter. That's the first thing I had for breakfast this morning was I had a yam. I had a yam and I had a piece of bread and I had some almond milk with some superfood greens in it. That was my breakfast. So, I give myself those things. If I say it to you, it's because I do it too. I'm not just talking to talk. 713-955-0332 is the call-in number. Call in and let us know what's on your mind. Let me know what's on your mind. Get a healing. Ask a question. Scratch a feeling. And when I say scratch a feeling, you have all kinds of feelings that you avoid. We all do it. I did it for a lifetime. I do not avoid my feelings anymore. And you don't have to either. I'm here to tell you that you don't have to avoid your feelings. I hope. And when I said that right now, I heard men, miscellaneous, men and self-care. Hello. I'm talking to the men now. Hey, men, you avoid your feelings like the plague. You avoid her feelings like the plague. I hope. If she starts to tell you about a feeling, you're either popping a beer or going to get some fast food or turning on the TV to watch whatever junk you pollute yourself with, watching a football game, baseball game, basketball game, whatever game. You're in the garage hiding out with your tools, with your fantasies, and you're avoiding your life. You're avoiding her life for fear of being hurt, being mad, having her be mad at you, retribution, whatever the case may be. We avoid our women like the plague. We don't love them like we swore to, like we want to, because we don't know how to, because we're too busy avoiding our feelings. Oh, I do not avoid my feelings. I do not avoid my feelings. And I'm going to tell on myself right here, right now. This is what I'm going to talk about. And if somebody doesn't like it, they can send me an email at anthony@sacreddrummedicine.com. Speaking of which, my website is www.sacreddrummedicine.com. You can log on there and check out what I do and who I am. I hope. So last week I was kind of seeing somebody. I'm an older guy, but there's people who want to see me, and I say okay. But I discover I said something years ago, which people don't seem to understand because they want to date people and they want to go to therapy while they're dating. No, sorry, no. Dating is a filter. Let me repeat that. Dating is a filter. Dating is a filter. And if you're busy trying to fix a relationship because you're trying to make him do what you want him to do, or you want her to behave the way you want her to behave, you need to get out of that relationship and run like mad. What? Clean the dirt off of that little town and move on to the next, because no. So I was kind of seeing somebody. We were seeing somebody. And then I got sick, severely ill, and we were on the phone all the time. She was always checking in to see how I was doing. And in the interim, her folks were in town for the holidays, and so she wasn't really around when I got better, and which is okay. That's fine, because I understand she doesn't get to see her folks. And then as the time went on into the new year, I was feeling like I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't, or I didn't want to be in a relationship with this person. So I was feeling my feelings, not thinking about it. I was just feeling about how I felt about the situation, about me. My empowerment, what I heard, what I experienced through that time, through those weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, whatever it was. And I decided I don't want to see this person anymore. I don't want to have a relationship with this person. I reached out to somebody who's very close to me, who's known me for 25 years. And I told her, she says, good for you. I'm really proud of you. I'm like, yeah, good for me. Woo. So no sooner do I have that thought and I put it into the universe that I get a message that says, blah, 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 blah. I don't think that we're blah, blah, blah. She's basically telling me she didn't want to see me. I started laughing. And I wanted to send her a kind thank you and goodbye. Because we haven't verbally spoken. Because she's been busy and I've been busy. Or maybe I've been avoiding. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't want to, And it's okay to not want to. It's okay to not have to. And by the way, I'll get to that later. So I respond back, thank you for being a kind and loving person. Thank you for bringing your brand of beauty into my life, your brand of kindness into my life. I hope you're well. Thank you and blessings. And that's all I said. So I hope that was fair enough and good enough. And then I got deleted on Facebook. They deleted me. I'm like, really? You wanted to be kind and fair and whatever. So which tells me that people have an agenda, and their agenda is not my business. My business is the way that I respond and I react. Men, how do you react? Do you avoid the situation altogether, or do you not avoid it, or do you not engage, or do you explode and get mad and angry? Do you get butthurt? Do you just get quiet and not talk to her at all? And then she's at a loss when you're thinking, what's going on here? And women, you too. You're just as responsible for your behavior in that relationship with that man. Do you judge him? Do you shame him? Men, do you shame her? Do you judge her? This is my left hand. This is my left hand of the divine feminine. This is my left hand of the receiving. This is my right hand. This is the right hand of divine masculine. This is a hand that moves forward. It gives. It gives to the divine feminine in the most beautiful way. These two hands are not separate, a whole. These hands come to center. And I come into alignment with who and what I am. And I become she-man, shaman, a whole. As somebody who lives in the duality of the divine feminine, divine masculine, I have to be in touch with who and what I am and be in the understanding of both sides of my body, both of the dualities of my body, a whole, and my feelings and all the things that I am and you are. I have to level the playing field, not wait for you to level the playing field and have it to be leveled on its own. It's not going to level itself, no. I have to be in the understanding of my divine feminine, and I have to be in the understanding of my divine masculine, and I have to be in understanding of yours as well, Miss, Ma'am, Mr., Sir. So avoiding each other out of shame, hurt, wound, anger, fear of retribution, all those things doesn't serve. Have the conversations. Get angry. Get sad. Get mad. Get happy. Cry. Go through the roller coaster of emotions with each other as a couple, a whole. Whether you're man and woman, whether you're woman and woman, whether you're man and man, I don't care. It is none of my business. We all carry the duality of divine feminine, divine masculine. And what are you going to do about it? How are you going to help yourself? How are you going to heal yourself? Can you, will you, do you? Aho. I love saying that. Can you, will you, do you? Aho. Wow. I'm excited and I'm pumped up today. I want to remind you that you're watching and listening to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show with Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow, myself. And this is a Taco Tuesday. I hope. If you don't eat tacos, that's okay. But if you want to eat tacos, have potato tacos. You don't have to eat meats if you don't want to. Or if you want to eat meats, what do I care? What do we care what you're doing? You know. But give yourself something. Start your day off with grounding. Put your feet on the floor in the morning. Start your day off and, well, hello, Sarah. Welcome to the show. I'm glad to have you. Feel free to call in 713-955-0332 if you have something to talk about, if you have a question, if you want a clearing, if there's something that you need, something that you want, give us a call. We're open here. Push 1 so my producer knows that you want to talk to us, or talk to me. There's no us. Well, there is actually us. There's a room full of people here that you can't see, or some of you can see them. But, they're here and I'm here, which is the most important. So our divinity of the divine feminine, our divinity of the divine masculine, and the duality of the divinity of who and what we are, who and what I am. I give myself water. I put my feet on Mother, Mater, Madre, Gaia, Madre Tierra, Pachamama. I allow my feet to sink in. I rest. In the morning when I wake up from my rest, I rest. For about a half hour to an hour, I sit still. My coffee is brewing. I go get my coffee. I listen to a guy named the Leo King. I read the Spirit Animal. I do a little reading of other things. I sit still. I pray. I meditate. What is it that you give yourself? What is it that you avoid giving yourself? Because you don't want anybody to see you. You don't want anybody to say, no, what are you doing? Are you some sort of freak? Are you weird or what? No, you're not weird. Let them think you're weird. Who cares? When are we going to stop caring about what other people think of us? Because guess what? They don't brush our teeth. They don't comb our hair. They don't get in the shower with us and clean our bodies. They don't go to work for us. They don't sleep and rest for us. They don't cook our meals. So what do we care about what anybody thinks about what it is we do, what it is we give ourselves, and how we do it? I hope. Nobody in my family, I have 4 brothers and sisters, 2 brothers, 2 sisters, or my mother, or my nephews, nieces, nobody laughs or thinks that it's queer or weird that what Uncle Tony's doing, what Uncle Anthony's doing, what Brother Anthony's doing, what my son is doing. My mom thinks she doesn't know what to think about it, but nobody ever says anything, and I'm glad. Or maybe they should say something. I don't know. Who knows? I don't. I don't care to. I guess I care to know. Well, I don't know, but I am actually happy that they don't say anything. I mean, because what that means is for me, is they accept me on my terms, whatever my terms are. I don't ask them for terms. I don't give them terms. I don't ask them, but they accept me and they understand. I am who and what I am, no matter who and what you say, whether how you say, no matter what. 713-955-0332 is a call-in number. Call in and let me know what you have to say. Let me know if you like the show. Let my producer know if you like the show. You'll be able to watch and listen to the show afterwards on YouTube, on the Goldilocks YouTube channel later on, and you'll be able to listen to it on Blog Talk Radio and on iHeartRadio and Spreaker, over later on, in the archives, and you'll be able to, even if you miss it, you can catch up and watch it, what is it that you want for yourself, and how do you want to receive it? Do you know how to receive? And that's what I deciphered and saw in that young lady that I was talking to. She had a problem with her left foot, her left leg. And I said, you have a problem with left leg. I said, you understand what left side is, right? She said, no. I said, it's divine feminine, receiving. You do not know how to receive. You will not know how to receive until you start to give yourself some sort of medicine of understanding, of love, and caring and nurturing of self. I didn't get from point A to point B by doing nothing. By keep on eating like I used to eat, by being an alcoholic, a drunken, fall down fool that I used to be. Loudmouth fool. I'm loudmouthed in a different way. I'm loudmouthed in a giving way. I vibrate out good. I vibrate out love. I vibrate out nurturance. What is it that you need? What is it that you want? How can I help you? Aho mitakiasi. Because when I help you, I help me. That's how I exercise my muscle. That's how I exercise my muscle healers. When I see you out there and you have a conversation with me and I ask you what it is that you do and you say, well, I do this, I'm a master at that, I wrote a book about this, I do this, and I do that, and I do this. And I say, well, what is it that you do? And you look at me stymied and you go, why is he asking me that? And you get angry and irritated with me and you say, well, I do this and I do that and I'm a master at this and I'm a do this and I have that, do this and I have that and blah, 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 blah. And then I say to you, do you practice? Are you practicing? Are you exercising that muscle, doing push-up? Are you actually working in what it is that you're talking about? Because talking is not doing. Thinking is not doing. You know what's doing? Wait for it. Doing. Doing is doing. And I'm a doer. I didn't become a seer by thinking about it. I became a seer by understanding and listening to what was going on and looking beyond what was being said, beyond what was being felt, beyond what was happening, looking at the bigger picture, the broader picture, stepping out of the fishbowl. And into my understanding and knowing and my allowance of what was happening. I don't stop things from happening. I pay attention. I pay attention to what's happening around me constantly. I pay attention to signs, conditions, omens. I pay attention to all those things. Oh, I see things when you don't know that I see them. I carry owl medicine. And for those of you who know me, know that. And for those of you who know me, know that I, over the summertime, came across from July to October, to the end of October, 3 owl carcasses on the road in my travels of doing my spiritual work. And I brought parts of that back with me. That's part of my medicine. That's who I am. I carry owl medicine. I see you even when you don't think that I see you. Even when you think you're trying to fool me or pull one over on me. Sorry. There's people that don't date me because they know. My past significant other used to say, stop reading me. Well, stop showing yourself. Stop showing your cards. If you don't have a poker face, or if your poker face is such that, everybody sees the cards through your eyes or your glasses or whatever because you don't know how to change the tilting of your head or whatever it is you're doing, that's not my problem. That's your problem. I see what I see, understand what I understand, and I know what I know because I've done what I've done. I go where I go. I do what I do. I am who I am. My name is Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow. This is the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show, and this is the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. How can we help you? What can I do for you? What is it that you need to know? What is it? Where is it that you want to go? How is it that you want to get there? You can't get there by dog paddling. It'll take forever. I dog paddled for a lifetime. 4 life cycles till I became an elder at 52. A whole 4 life cycles. A cycle is 13 years. Duality. We carry 2 life cycles of 52 years, which is 104. There are 8 cycles in there of 13. A whole. And I dog paddled for 4 of those 13-year cycles. And now, Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow, broad strokes and swims and clears the way and makes a path for himself and others who follow. Aho, I no longer dog paddle. Are things always as they seem when you see me? No. Hi, human. I will deal with things the way I deal with things, and sometimes I'm not so graceful. But I always have grace. You always have grace. And by the way, there's a lot of my brothers and sisters from a tribe that I belong to called Alcoholics Anonymous, and I won't mention their name, but I'll give you I'll just say their initials, AA. And I've been clean and sober 25 years. 26 years on the 26th of this month. And a lot of people stand up and say this. And if you don't like this, by the way, you can call me on it because you can't hurt my last feeling. I'll allude to that all day long. They say this, and it's really arrogant as far as I'm concerned. It really bothers me that they say this. When they see somebody who's drunk or loaded or living on the street in dire straits or whatever, they say, oh, there but for the grace of God go I. What? There but for the grace of God? Who the are you? Who made you God and King? That you pass out grace like it's candy to yourself and assume that that person has no grace. Because we, as far as I'm concerned, are conceived in grace through manifestation, through creation in the second chakra. Emotion. Whether 2 people are coming together in a loving way or they're trying to escape where they came from, they come together and things start to happen. And manifestation takes place in the birth and in the birthing and the coming together of creating of a child in grace. And who am I to take the grace away from somebody because of my arrogance? There but for the grace of God go I? I got to tell you something. I've been sober almost 26 years. And every time I hear that, I cringe. And I can't believe that people don't have a better and bigger understanding of what that actually means. What it actually means. What that means to me is somebody is in their head of their thinking and their arrogance and their self-absorption and their ego. Aho! I know where ego lives. It lives in the 3rd chakra right back here. Not in the front. That's not where that lives. Where's your understanding? Where is your humanity? When you look at your brother or sister and you have that kind of thought. And if I'm wrong, 713-955-0332. Call in, push 1, and let my producer know that you would like to speak to me. And I agree to disagree. You can have your opinion and your thoughts and your feelings about what I just said. And I will not be affected in one way. Because grace is for everybody and everybody's all the time. Whether they're drunk, whether they're dying, whether they're loaded, whether they're sober. Doesn't matter. My first talk, the first talk I gave at over at Amy Satamian's place at the Roots for Wellness Center in Sierra Madre, the first talk I gave was on grace and who had grace and who held grace and what grace was. And the room was full of people And everybody was in tears as I spoke. Because I shared my story of being graceful and not so graceful. But I shared my story of grace and what grace was for me and to me and what it is for you. We all have it. What do you want to give yourself? Do you want to buy the same old story of there, but for the grace of God go I? Or do you want to create a new story? Or move into the story that you should have had, that you should have always had? But you got distracted, you got diverted by judgment, by opinion, by Mercury in retrograde, by the eclipse, the solar eclipse, by the lunar eclipse. Are you distracted by all those things, by tarot cards over and over again? Because go checking in with the tarot cards every 6 months or a year or so isn't enough for you. You got to do it every day, and you're always spending $40 to go do that. Do you need to do that? Or do you want to trust your intuition and your soul and your grace and who and what you are and who and what you always were? Because nobody out there has the answers for you. The answers that are yours come from within, from inside, but you have to close your eyes. You have to take that breath, breathe through the lungs and into the fire, the fuego, the heart, I can, I will, I do, through the heart space, love, air, lungs, a whole, to the place of the fire, and stoke that fire, a whole. I want to remind you that you're watching, not just listening, but you're watching and listening to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show with your host, me, Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow. Aho. And I want to thank you for checking in. I see people popping in and out, and you can check in on the show, in the archives and on YouTube and iHeartRadio and all those places. But if you're here now and you're listening to my voice, I welcome you. I welcome you to the sweet spot. And what is a sweet spot? The sweet spot is that place within yourself or around yourself where you start to trust yourself, where you start to listen to your heart. You start to listen to the way that you breathe. You start to listen to the way that you feel, whether you're tired, whether you need to go for a walk, whether you're thirsty, whether you're hungry. Are you in that sweet spot, and do you want to be? Do you want to be catapulted into a fourth dimension, not just once, not just twice, not just 3 times, not just 4 times, but over and over and over and over every time you have to purge and you want to fill your cup, fill the vessel with something new, a hole. Dirty water will only clear itself in a glass if the water keeps flowing, and it'll filter itself out, filter the dirtiness out, what's dirty about it. Aho. And I'll ask you that other question, because I hear the way you talk to yourselves. I heard the way that young lady spoke to herself and thought about herself in that store last night. If this cup said poison on it, would you drink it? Really? Because I know that many of us, many of you, I don't anymore, drink that cup of poison every day. Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so fat. I'm so tall. I'm so short. I'm so black. I'm so white. My lips are too big. My lips are too small. My butt is too big. My butt is too small. My boobs are too big. My boobs are too small. Who cares? Who cares? Do you know that your insides don't know how big any of those things are? Your insides don't know and don't care. What do you want to give yourself? What do you want to share that is the light of your light? What do you want to share that is the light of your light, the light of your soul, the light of your being, the light of your vibration? Vibration, vibration, vibration. Can you? Will you? Do you? Could you? Should you? Would you? I ask this every week. When will you become willing to give yourself the things that you want for yourself? Really? Really? When will you stop talking to yourself in a way that's so poor that's so poor, that's so poor that you can't come stop from dog paddling. I've put weights on my ankles and I'm sinking and I can't keep dog paddling. I'm going to fail. We have a caller calling on from the 260 area code. Hi, caller. Are you there? How can I help you? This is Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow.
Hello.
Hello.
This is my first time tuning into your show, and I'm loving it.
Well, fantastic. That makes me very happy. I love when the first timers love it, and I like it more when they come back. Who am I speaking to?
Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Oh, yeah, I saw you when you logged on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How can I help you today?
Just wondering if there's anything you feel for me, or any message, or.
Well, I'm going to say to be truthful, but I'm always truthful. When you logged on, I felt kind of a longing. I know that you're searching right now, and that's why you found me. That's why you found what it is that you're listening to today. Are you just out of a relationship?
Am I what?
Are you just out of a relationship?
Yeah, I'm married.
Oh, you're married. Oh, you're in the relationship. How's that going for you? How's that going for you?
It's going good.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Do you work in the house, or are you a house? I don't know how to. Do you work at home? Or do you have kids?
Stay-at-home mom.
You're a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty fulfilling for you, or is there something else that you'd like to do?
It's pretty fulfilling. I love being home with my son, and not missing out on anything with him. I love that.
That's pretty awesome. I grew up with my mom working all the time, and we were always being dropped off at 6 o'clock in the morning at somebody's house so they could take us to school. So we didn't get the nurturing and that sort of thing that your son gets to get, and that you get to receive back, because that's an awesome gift of ebb and flow between you and your son. And I was talking about the second chakra of creation. I don't think people give women enough credit, and women in relationship, and even men in relationship, enough credit for birthing and creating a child, from a good place, and then being able to walk with that child and hold their hand as far as going through life. And I commend you, and I honor you, and I thank you for doing that with your son. What's his name? Austin. How funny is that? I was just speaking to a friend of mine in Austin about putting together an event in Austin, Texas. So how interesting. That's probably just confirmation for me. How awesome is that?
It's awesome.
Yeah. Where is home for you?
I'm sorry.
Where is home for you?
In Indiana.
Oh, cool. Great. There's a great musician from Indiana, named John Mellencamp. He used to be called John Cougar. Love his stuff. Do you have any questions or anything else that you'd like to know? Because I know we got a couple of minutes left that we have to check out in about a minute and a half. But if there's anything that I can answer for you, if I can send you blessings and send you good tidings and grace, I was talking about grace, and I would like to send that through the airwaves and through the energies, and send whatever it is that you need, and cover you in the blue light, and the blue light of understanding and voice and vibration, and love. Allow me to offer that to you in a good way and an earnest way.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling in, and I would invite you to call in, next week, next Tuesday, and maybe a little bit earlier, so we can go through a reading or something for you, because I know there wasn't very much time today. I probably have less than a minute now, but I really would like to thank you, Sarah, for finding the show and calling in and saying hello, and stepping into your power and who and what you are, and calling me to say hello. Alrighty?
Thank you very much. I was nervous to call, but
that's
okay.
okay.
Told me to do it. So
There you go. You stand in
I'm glad
it.
I did.
You're standing in your power, baby. Thank you for calling, and you have a beautiful day, okay? Stay warm.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everybody. Well, that was Sarah calling from Indiana, and I'd like to thank her for the blessing of her call. I saw her when she logged on to watch the show. I'd like to remind you that you're listening to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. My name is Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow. And if you need to reach out to me, you can find me at area code 818-442-1717, which is my office number, or Anthony at sacreddrummedicine.com, or you can go to my website at www.sacreddrummedicine.com. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow, saying thank you, blessings, and namaste. And I love you. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.